Good morning. Today we're building the Parrot from this LEGO Creator 3-in-1 set, SKU number 31170, 288 pieces in total, ages 8 and up. As usual, within this LEGO Creator 3-in-1 box, we have 3 distinct separate builds. First, we have the Flamingo, which we've built in a previous episode. Make sure you check out that as well. Today we're going to do the Parrot that uses somewhat less bricks compared to the Flamingo. And third, there's going to be an episode, there's going to be a build of the axolot and the sea vegetation next to it, which is going to use the least number of bricks within this box. So, as you can anticipate, I've already opened the box in the previous episode, so there is not going to be an unboxing experience today. The packs, the sub packs, the paper packs have already been opened, so it's going to be all of the bricks laid out on the table, and we're going to build the Parrot. SKU number 31170, and let's jump right into it. So I'm just going to flip the box, and I've said it in the previous episode, but this has actually been a gift for my girlfriend, who has kind of butchered the box. She didn't use the push tabs to open up the box, but rather she ripped it open at the seams. So it's kind of barbaric on her side, but we're just going to go with that. We have the 3 instruction manuals as usual. The thickest one being of the Flamingo that we've already built, because it uses the most number of bricks within the box. Second, we have the Parrot that we're going to do today. This is the medium-sized build within this box, so I'm just going to put that aside. And third, we have the thinnest booklet, the thinnest guide of the axolot, which we're going to do in another episode. And there we have the gorgeous array of bricks. I mean, look at the diversity of the color. It pops so much. The pinks, the darker pinks, the baby pinks, the transparent pinks as well, or purples rather. We have some light minty blues, some baby blues. We have some beiges, we have some yellows and oranges, but overall it is such a colorful set and bunch of bricks. It really was a joy to build the Flamingo, and I'm looking forward to the Parrot as well. So with that, let's jump right into it. I'm gonna try to gently lay out the bricks on the table while trying to ensure that we don't drop or lose any of the bricks. I'm just going to use my hand to kind of dig out the bricks from the box. Okay. Box emptiness confirmed. Let's just spread them out evenly for optimal viewability for you guys, while making sure that both the instruction manual as well as the bricks are in sight for you and for me as well. Okay, so that should be fine. I'm just going to sip a quick sip of forest fruit tea to start. I have a bit of a cold, so that's hopefully going to help. And with that, LEGO Creator 3-in-1 31170 set, Parrot going in. And as you can see, we're skipping the first step because the packs, the sub packs have already been opened. And here we have all of the bricks within the box. So we're going to start with this 1x6, this light pink or baby pink 1x6 plate. At the top, we're going to attach this mini white 2x2 staircase. I tend to call it because it kind of resembles a staircase. And then we're going to add the 1x6's twin underneath, like so. Next up we have a 1x2 of the darker pink color. I've said it in the previous episode, I'm not sure what the exact naming of this color is, but it's a very nice color to look at. And it's also the most frequently occurring color within this box. And this specifically, this 1x2 plate is the most frequently occurring brick within the box. There are at least a dozen of them in there. Next up we have a 1x2 with the cross-shaped hole therein, like so. And next to that, the classic 2x4 brick, white in color, right there. To the left end, we're going to add two of these trapezoid-shaped bricks of the darker pink color, opposite to each other, like so. As usual, you can see the progress bar at the bottom of the booklet, and right now we are at around 10% of the build. So we keep on layering our build, and we're going to add two more 1x6 plates atop, next to each other. So that is one. And then we're going to add its twin as well. Oops. That is two. And to the end, we're going to add a white 1x1 plate. And next to that, we're also going to add a yellow dot, like so. Next up, we have the first mini sub-build highlighted with the yellow rectangular area right there. And we're going to take this 2x2 circular brick with the pinhole therein, and we're going to pierce through that with this dark gray lightsaber, I tend to call it, or rod. Push that in, and we're going to add that structure to the end of our build, right there. Next to that, we're going to add twins, two of these 1x2 plates with the hook attachment. So that is one. Let's try to locate its twin. That is right there. That's number 2. And for step 10, we're going to add 4 of these special L-shaped bricks with the vertical studs attached as well. So that is 1. 3 more to go. That's the twin. That's number 2. Then we have the beige color L, letter L's. That's number 3. And finally, letter L, number 4. So we fill in our build, or at least these areas, with 2 of these classic 2x2 bricks. Gorgeous pink color as well. I say it multiple times, but I just love the classic bricks. They're the basics, they're the bread and butter of LEGO. But after some complex bricks and special bricks, it's also nice to look at those and appreciate those as well. So we have twins here. 2 of the 2x2 pink bricks. Perfect. Another pair of twins incoming, namely these 1x2 bricks, dark gray color with the vertical studs attached. We're going to place those on the white circle with studs looking outside like so, and then the opposite direction as well, like so. And it's another set of twins. We're keeping our symmetry. We're going to apply 2 of these 1x4 plates of the special toothpastey minty bluey color. For step 14, we're going to add 2 baby pink quarter circles opposite to each other. And this is also a very frequently occurring brick within this set, you're going to see. And it's time for a sub-build. We're going to take the white 2x2 mini staircase brick and we're going to apply atop this rounded off 2x3 brick, like so. We're going to do that 2 times actually. So there is the other staircase, mini 2x2 staircase, and the 2x3, or rather 2x4 rounded off dark pink brick. And we're going to add those to the 2 sides, like so, and like so. Perfect. Next we have the trapezoid. The also relatively frequently recurring trapezoid within this set at least. At the top we're going to apply the lighter pink quarter circle and we're going to add that mini structure to the right, like so. And we're going to do it for the opposite side as well, to the left side. So darker pink trapezoid plus lighter pink quarter circle, and we're going to join that to the other side, like so. We keep on layering your build. First we add 2 of these 1x1 plates, white in color next to each other, the twins. And then the 2x4 light pink or baby pink plate as well. Look at that. Let me just sip a sip of forest fruit tea once again. And we continue with this 1x2 plate atop of the dark gray area, like so. And we're also going to add 1 more 2x4 baby pink plate next to it, and then the twin of the 1x2 darker pink plate as well. Perfect. Next up we apply 4 toothpastey minty bluey quarter circles next to each other. So that is 1, and that is 2, and that is 3, and finally quarter circle number 4. And it's time for 2 sub-builds actually. It's the same thing but opposite directions, so we're going to go 1 by 1. We're going to start with this toothpastey minty blue 1x2 plate. At the top we add the 1x1 with the cross-shaped hole, and perpendicular we also add this minty bluey 1x2 brick, and then atop the darker pink shade 1x2 plate as well. We're going to pierce through that cross-shaped hole a mini red rod, cross-shaped as well. So that's going to go, let me check the orientation. That's going to go right there. Nice. we're going to do the opposite orientation as well. 1x2 toothpastey blue plate, 1x1 gray with the cross-shaped hole, then the perpendicular 1x2 toothpastey blue, and then atop the 1x2 darker pink brick. We're going to pierce through that with another mini red rod, cross-shaped. Let's apply that to the other side to gain back our symmetry, like so. Perfect. Next we add this 1x2 dark gray brick with the vertical studs attached, as well as two more toothpastey blue quarter circles hugging around that previously placed dark gray brick from the left and also from the right, like so. To the front end, we also add two of these rounded off 1x2s of the dark pink shade. So that's number one, click, and its twin on the other side, as well as a 2x4 light pink brick, the classic, and atop of that, or next to that rather, this minty blue 1x2, like so. So we keep on layering our build, starting with this rounded off 2x2 brick of the recurring baby pink color, like so. And next to that we add 4 light pink quarter circles. I'm just checking the orientation to make sure it's correct. So that's one. And then, oops. That is 2. And then we have quarter circle number 3, and finally number 4. Perfect. We keep on adding bricks of the same shade, and next we have these rounded off trapezoids 4 times. That's 1. And then that is 2. And then underneath, one staircase lower, so to say, number 3. And then finally, number 4. Perfect. We're going to fill up the space in the middle with this rounded off staircase. It's going to be a perfect fit as well. Look. Nice. Nice alignment with the existing bricks. We're going to flip our build. And to the bottom, we're going to add this rounded off 2x2 brick, like so. And for step 32, we have a mini sub-build highlighted with the yellow rectangular area. Let me just sip of tea first. That helps. That helps the sore throat. We start with the minty blue 1x2. At the top we add 2 of these light gray 1x2s with the hook attachment, so that is one. And then it's twin, oops, number 2. And then underneath we add this rounded off white brick 2x2. Atop we add one more of these 1x2 minty blues, as well as twins, 1x3 plates of the white color, like so. And we apply that structure to the bottom of our build. Let me check the positioning. Right there. Nice. And it's time for another mini sub build. This time around, the base is a white 2x2. To the right we add this rounded off 2x2 pink brick. And then to the left, the claw. I call it the claw because it's claw-like. It can represent many things in the LEGO world. It's a very versatile brick. And we're going to place that structure to this end of the build with a perfect alignment once again, like so. And as you can see, we're at around 40% of our build. Let me just grab a tissue for a quick second. And we're going to continue with the legs, I believe. I'm going to put aside the torso. And it's going to be dominating colors of black. So we start with this special brick, pinhole at the center, and then 2 cross-shaped rods attached. And we're going to add this cone, this black cone to the right, as well as this brown dot, chocolatey brown. And we're going to pierce through that pinhole with this blue mini lightsaber, like so. And then on top of that, we're going to add this black brick with the cross-shaped hole. To the other end, we're going to add another unique brick, cross-shaped hole, chocolatey brown color with 2 rod attachment, perpendicular, like so. And then we're going to add the toenails, so to say, or the claws rather, of the parrot. We have a chocolatey brown with brick with the hook attachment, and then this yellow piece. We're going to do that another time. Oops, sorry. Right there. We're going to attach those pointing downwards one time. Oops. And 2 times. I accidentally removed the OG one, like so. Perfect. And we're going to add that. Oh, we're supposed to do this 2 times, as it says at the beginning as well as at the end. So we're going to repeat that once again. So that's one of the legs that we've created just now. We're going to start with the black pinhole with the perpendicular cross-shaped rods attached. We're going to add the black cone thereon, as well as the brown dot at the end. We're going to pierce through that with the mini blue lightsaber. We're going to add to that this black brick with the cross-shaped hole. To the left end, we're adding this chocolatey brown brick, cross-shaped hole, and then 2 rod attachments. And finally, it's time for the claws. It's time for the fingernails. That's one. And then that is number 2. Let's attach those. Left toe, and then right toe. And finally, the most fun part. We're going to add those to the mini red rods right there. Push that in. Right foot. And then left foot. And look at that. Look at that though. We're getting into shape. We're gaining form. Okay. It's time to build the head next. After a sip of tea, of course. Starting with this 2x2 light yellow brick with the cross-shaped hole therein, and the recurring 1x2 darker pink. 2 of those actually, twins atop of the yellow circle. Perfect. We're going to cover those with a 2x2 white plate, like so. And then atop we're adding 2 of these 2x2 bricks with the vertical studs attached. Opposite orientation, both looking out, like so. Atop we're adding another layer, more specifically this 2x2 baby pink plate. And then to the left we're also adding this 1x2 plate with this centralized stud thereon. And we keep on layering our build. To the left we add this beige 1x2 with the hook attachment right there. And then next to it, another 1x2 plate with the central stud. And to that stud we attach this 1x1 plate with the hook attachment, like so. And it's time for the next sub build for step 43. We're going to start with this beige 1x3 plate. Atop we're adding this 2x2 white brick, white plate to be more specific. And then the twin of the beige 1x3 plate right next to it. We're going to add to their top 2 mini triangles and 2 rounded off 1x2s. Let's start with the rounded off 1x2s. All of them of the darker pink shade. So that is 1 rounded off 1x2. Let's try to locate the other one, the twin, right there. That's number 2. And next we add 2 of these cute mini triangles, like so. And we're going to add that mini sub-build. Oops, I missed a brick right there. And we're supposed to add another one of these 1x1 plates with the hook attachment to the front right there. Okay, now it looks good. And now we're going to attach the sub-build underneath that. Like so. We're going to reorient our build. And we're going to apply to the back here 2 brown dots. That's 1. And that is 2. We're also going to add a 1x3 plate of the white color, as well as this dark pink quarter circle. And we're going to add that. Let me check the positioning. Right there. Like so. We're going to repeat that to the other side, opposite orientation as well. 1x3 white plate, and then dark pink quarter circle. Let's add that to the right side, like so. So we're going to put this aside. We're going to start something anew. Oops. With this humble 2x2 plate baby pink. Never underestimate the basic bricks. Atop we attach 2 1x4 minty blue plates. And then underneath a 1x2 darker pink plate. And we keep on layering our build. To the left we add 2 of these special plates with the rounded off attachments. A very exciting brick if you ask me. Light pink color, 1 to the left, and then 1 to the right, as well as a 2x2 baby pink plate, and finally a 1x2 darker pink plate. And we add another layer of plate. First we have 3 1x2s with the central stud. Triplets this time around. That is 2. And finally, that is 3. As well as 2 baby pink quarter circles. That's 1. And then that is 2. Next up we have 1 more 1x2 with the central stud perpendicular to its twins, and then a mini yellow triangle next to that, like so. And at top we're going to add this rounded off 1x2 slipper to cover the mini triangle as well. Nice. And we're going to join that mini sub-build with the OG structure. Let's see the orientation. Right there, look. Nice. Just give me a second. Paper tissue time. Apologies. and also a sip of tea to keep hydrated. One by four minty blue plate, and then the eye black dot with a white dot at top. Then we have a baby pink quarter circle, as well as a darker pink 1x2 plate, like so. We're going to add to that this rounded off staircase, like so. And that's going to go, let me check the orientation. That's going to go did I mess up something? It looks incorrect. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we have. Okay, so that's supposed to go. Interesting. Okay, I need to go back a couple of pages. No, maybe just one. Interesting. Yes. See? The 1x3 white and the quarter circle don't line up with the instruction manual. I'm just going to reorient real quick. That looks better. Yes. Other side as well. Give me a second to recalibrate. That looks better. And now we can hopefully add, yes, the right eye and the right cheek. Perfect. Okay. Next we're going to do the left cheek, then the left eye as well. Minty blue 1x4 plate to start. Right there. Then we add the eye, which is a black dot with a white dot atop. It's a printed brick as well, which is always a good time. Light pink quarter circle, and then a 1x2 darker pink. Perfect. We're gonna attach the rounded off darker pink staircase, like so. And that's gonna go to the other side. Perfect alignment, look. Nice. Look at that though. And it's time. It's time to add the top of the head feathers. They look great. We're going to start with a 1x2 with the attachment. It's a white brick as well. We're going to attach this rounded off minty blue brick, and then to the other end this rounded off white brick 1x2 as well. And to the edge we add this mini light yellow triangle, and we're going to do that 2 more times. 1x2 plate with the attachment, then rounded off minty blue slipper, because it's kind of shaped like a slipper if you ask me. Then rounded off 1x2, and finally the mini light yellow triangle atop. That's number 2, and we're going to do that 1 more time. 1x2 with the attachment at a top, the rounded off minty blue slipper underneath, the rounded off white brick 1x2, and finally the yellow mini triangle. Perfect. And it's attachment time, and we're going to add those top of the head feathers with hopefully satisfying clicks. So that is number 1. And that is number 2. And finally, number 3. Nice. And look, it's time to attach the head to the torso. Trying to give you guys a good angle as always. Nice. And look at that. The head is rotatable 360, which resembles the reality of parrot biology because their heads can go any way they like it to go. Amazing. Look at that. Okay. I'm going to set the parrot aside for a bunch of minutes. As you can see, we're at around 75% of the build, and it's time to build the wings with the feathers. Let me just sip a quick sip of forest fruit tea. And we're going to start with a 1x2 with the rod attachment. Atop we add the rounded off minty blue plate, and then underneath 2 of these unique, relatively large and gorgeous baby pink trapezoid bricks, opposite of each other, like so, and like so. And then to the bottom we add 3 of our pink 2x2 claws, which represent the end of the feathers, of course. It's number 3. And we're gonna create some structural integrity via these darker pink trapezoids, opposite orientation as well, to the other side too. Perfect. And we're gonna all add another rounded off baby blue 2x2 brick and 2 light pink quarter circles, like so, and like so. And that's not the wing, that's the tail feather. Look at that though. Look at that. Hopefully satisfying click. Oops. Nice. And it's moving as well. Perfect. So now I believe we're going to build the wings with the feathers. And we're starting with this unique brick. It's a 2x6 light gray with 5 pinholes therein. And we're going to add this 1x2 minty blue atop. And we're going to hug that around, look, with this semicircle with the square cutout. One of my favorite bricks within this set. It's not often that you see such a brick. A very interesting, unique brick, if you ask me. We're also going to add to the opposite side a semi-oval of the darker pink shade, and then its twin right next to it, like so. And we're going to fix those in position with another dark pink trapezoid, like so. And then we add one more semi-oval right there. And we keep adding detail to our build, starting with this trapezoid of the darker pink shade. as well as 2 of those baby pink quarter circles. That's number 1. And then number 2. And we apply 3 more of those to add some fine detail to our build and some nice pop of color. It's number 2, and finally to the very end, number 3. We rotate our build, and underneath we add 2 white bricks, 1 rounded off 2x2 brick, like so, and then a 2x2 white circle to the other end, like so. We're also going to add this mini cross-shaped rod with the ball attachment therein. Push that in fully. Perfect. And it's time to apply the actual wing to its rightful place with a hopefully satisfying click. And indeed, left wing has been applied. Nice. Look at that. It's time for the right wing. Step 76. And it's going to be the same set of bricks, just opposite orientations. So 2x6 with the pinholes therein, light gray color. And at top we add the minty blue 1x2, like so. We hug that around with the unique semicircle with the square cutout, or rather rectangular cutout. And then to the opposite side we add the semi-oval dark pink plate, and then its twin right next to it, as well as a trapezoid shaped brick of the same shade. Just checking the positioning, that should be correct. And then finally 1 more semi-oval to the middle, like so. And it's time to add the fine details, starting with the trapezoid right there. Perfect. And then the pink quarter circles, 5 of them to be specific. And again, probably the most frequently used brick within this set. And it adds some amazing color and fine detail representing the feathers and the different body parts of the parrot. Nice. We flip around our build. We're going to add the rounded off 2x2 brick. And then this time around, this orange, this carrot colored 2x2 with the cross-shaped hole therein. Perfect. And finally, the mini cross-shaped rod with the ball attachment. Push that in fully. And finally, it's time. It's time to attach the right wing as well, with a hopefully satisfying click once again. And indeed, wow. Look at that. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Let me just put back in the box the remainder of our bricks. And then we're going to do a quick walkthrough of the set. So the parrot has been completed from this 3-in-1 creator set. And the set, oops, I just dropped the brick. Give me a second, I'm going to pick it up. The set in total consists of 288 wicks, but for the parrot specifically, I believe we've used roughly 2/3 of those bricks, so maybe 200 or a bit less. And we're done. Wow. Amazing. I'm going to put aside the instruction manual and let's do a quick walkthrough of the completed parrot. SKU number 31170. Amazing build. Look at that. Let's do a quick orientation. So front facing view, top view, left view, right view, and back view, and the maybe not so interesting bottom view. Parrot LEGO Creator Set 31170. What a real joy it was to build this. The head is movable 360, which is super funny. The parrot can look back and forth and left and right, which I just love. And then the top feathers, the top of the head feathers are movable as well. The wings have some movement too. Look at that. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. As well as the tail feathers or the back feathers. I'm not sure what it's called. And we have the claws, the feet, with the fingernails or whatever they're called in the animal kingdom. Wow. And once again, the colors within this set are so vibrant and popping and a joy to look at. I was amazed in the flamingo build, but with this build as well, what a joy to look at. I'm definitely gonna put this on display. Okay, parrot. As usual, I'm rating this build, and on a scale of 10, I'm rating the parrot build a 9.6 out of 10. 9.6. Relatively easy to do, fun build, an amazing to look at outcome, and great building techniques, great bricks therein, and just a fun build to do. And I say it in most Creator 3-in-1 videos, the price to value ratio with these is just out of the park. It's amazing. I mean, for roughly $15 to $20, I believe, based on your location, you can get this set and you have 3 builds, 3 separate distinct builds, and wow, very nice build. Parrot 31170, set number 9.6. Highly recommended. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I will catch you in the next video, and I wish you a very nice day. Goodbye.